All right, in this video, I'm gonna take you through the build process. It should be pretty short since it's just a trailer. I'm actually midway right now. Just thought I'd do a short intro for the video, but I'm chopping up the frame. I ended up running out of some cut-off wheels last night, so I gotta go get some more, but this is where the transaxle is gonna sit. I took that hump out, and then this hump here, I'm gonna take that out and flip that upside down so that way that sits flush. So get that done, then I should be able to cut out the box for where the transaxle is gonna sit, and figure out what I'm going to do for a hitch to be able to hook it. I still am undecided about that. I was thinking about getting like an old antique yard cart and using the hitch off of that, but there's not any local. They're all kind of far away, so I'm not sure. I might just use some scrap metal for now until I can find out something better. It's kind of got it's got the hole up front, so I was thinking about incorporating that with like a piece of tubing or something, and then two pieces of angle coming up off that. So I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do, but that'll be the last process there, is figuring out how to hook it up. So enjoy a couple songs and stay tuned. All right, I got the frame stripped down as much as what I want. I went ahead and chopped that out. I'm gonna flip that upside down, weld that back in there, and then I chopped this out. I made these brackets that will get welded up in there. That's the original 2 holes right here, and I'm gonna keep the one location about right there for the 1 hole, and so it's just getting moved up, you know, a couple inches. And I'll do the same on this side. I went ahead and cut that out so that way I can go ahead and put my bracket in there. And then up here, this was raised up. It was a lip all the way around, so I went ahead and cut that out. So whenever I put the bucket up on here, it doesn't hang up on anything. It'll sit flush. So I'll get back at it. Enjoy some more tunes. Alright, so this is what I done tonight. I went ahead and took and welded these braces in. I cut them out, welded them in, drilled some holes in them for the transaxle. So I just got them tacked in right now. I need to go ahead and weld them in solid. And then on the transaxle itself, I had to grind out a little bit because it wasn't clearing right here on this notch. So I notched that out on both sides to where it'll sit down in there. And then I went ahead and cut this out and welded it back in there, just good enough for now. And then I'll flip it over and weld it in solid from the underneath side, and then grind all this top stuff off because it looks nasty. But it doesn't really matter. It's going to be underneath the wheelbarrow anyway. So and then I cut off that lip. So now I'm going to go ahead and mount the transaxle on there and find out where exactly I need to notch that out on the sides. And then the axle and everything will be mounted, and then I'll just have to start working on the bucket. And on the bucket, I think I'm going to go ahead and probably cut it in half so that way I can widen it. I'd like to get two seats in there for the kids, one on each side. So I don't think it'll quite be wide enough, but I got some spare wheelbarrow parts down there that I think that I can get to work. So I'll have to find some extra sheet metal on this one if I cut it in half. So that's still in debate. But yeah, that's caught up on what I've done so far. Now the transaxle can get mounted on there, and I'll notch that out and get that box mounted on there. And I think that'll be it for tonight. After that, I'll go ahead and start working on the tub itself. Alright, so this is going to be kind of like what it looks like. It's right at 25 inches wide, and I think to get it to there, it'll be about a 10-inch stretch. So, you know, if let's see if we can line you up. Right about there will be halfway. So I'm guessing 5 inches on this side from center. So fill that side out, kind of like that side. I don't think I got enough wheelbarrows though. I've already used 3 wheelbarrows on the T-bucket, I think it was. 1, 2, 3, yeah. The rusty colored one, the black colored one, and then the yellow colored one. So I think I got a smaller red one back there, but I don't think that it's gonna match up to the same size as this. So I think I might have to end up getting another wheelbarrow. I got this right here will be the top of it. Then I got this spare part right here that I believe is the same size. Yeah, that's the same size wheelbarrow. So I'll chop this one in half, and then I'll take and chop this one on the sides and take my 10 inches out of the center that I need, and just weld that in. But that's only going to get me halfway down, so I'll have to figure something else out for a floor. And then whenever I go to chop this, I'm going to have to chop that in the center and then find another 10-inch section for it. So I don't think I have that section, and I don't have what will be the flooring section to finish this part out. So we'll see what it looks like after I get it all cut up and whatnot. she gonna be a fat girl. Yeah, I think it's gonna look good. That'll be just enough to haul some stuff around, have the kids in there. I don't know if I'll be able to get 2 of the farm seats in there or not. Or the tractor seats. I think it was 32 inches for 2 of them. Looks like I'm gonna be short. So I can't get 2 tractor seats in there, but well, actually, maybe if I went a little bit higher. Now, if I got another one, I could always like cut them and weld them together or something. So it'd just be right there at the edge. But yeah, I think I'm happy with it. I think it's gonna look pretty good. Let's throw this up there and just get a profile.